show you guys how to make my delicious creamy cheddar potato soup. Alright, so if you want to learn how to make this recipe, keep on watching. Things you are going to need: potatoes, chicken broth, bacon, heavy cream, whole milk, sharp cheddar cheese, extra sharp cheddar cheese, sour cream of your choice, onion of your choice, butter, garlic, parsley flakes, ground pepper, salt of your choice, and if you like, you can add some raspberry chipotle or any type of chili powder. Alright, so now you're going to get about 6 to 8 potatoes depending on how many potatoes you want. And we're going to go ahead and rinse them. Alright, all my potatoes are rinsed. Now I'm going to go ahead and dice them up. Try not to dice them larger than an inch, because you do want them to cook pretty fast and you want them to cook all evenly. So make sure all of the sizes are the same. Alright, after you have diced up your potatoes, you're going to go ahead and dice up your onion as well. And you're going to go ahead and cut about 4 to 6 strips of bacon. Just go ahead and cut them up into little slices. Alright, so here's my pot. I went ahead and put it on a medium heat. We're going to go ahead and put some butter to this and add our bacon to it. Alright, so to this we're going to add about a tablespoon of butter. So to that we're just going to go ahead and drop all. We're going to go ahead and just even all of this out. Alright, and we're just going to go ahead and let this crisp up. And we'll be right back to check on it. It's starting to smell real good in here. I love the smell of bacon. Go ahead and stir it. Make sure you get both sides of the bacon nice and crispy. Alright, so the bacon's coming along nicely. As you can see, it's starting to brown up. That's what we want. Now you can go ahead and stop here and start taking the bacon out into a separate bowl, because we are going to be using all of the bacon residue. So if you like your bacon like this, you can go ahead and pull it out now, but I'm going to go ahead and cook it for about another minute or so, because we like a lot of crunch. Alright, so I feel like they're about done, so we're going to go ahead and just start scooping all of this out and putting it in a separate bowl. Alright, now that we've taken all of the bacon out, we're going to go ahead and add some more butter to this. We're going to need a lot of butter because we're going to want it to be rich, so you can have about 2 to 3 tablespoons. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. We're going to go ahead and add our onions. Make sure you stir this all around. Alright, now we're going to let the onions brown up and sweat it up in here a little bit. And after that, we're going to go ahead and add the garlic. Alright, so now to this, we're going to go ahead and add our garlic. We're going to add a whopping spoon of it. And then we're going to add another half a spoon. We're going to go ahead and just move that garlic all around so it won't burn. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and cook this for about a minute. Okay, so now to this we're going to add, you can add a tablespoon to half a tablespoon of butter. Go ahead and mix that all in there. Alright. Once that's done, I forgot to tell you guys that you actually need some cornstarch to thicken up our cheddar potato soup. We're going to go ahead and add 1. We're going to go ahead and add 2. And we're going to go ahead and mix that all up. Alright, once all that is incorporated, we're going to go ahead and add our chicken broth. So that's about a cup. So we're going to add another cup. That's 2 cups. Then we're going to go with the 3rd cup. And just mix all of this in until it's combined perfectly. All right, once all that is combined, you're gonna go ahead and add your milk. We're gonna add about a cup of milk. That is about a cup. I'm gonna stir this around. Next, we're gonna add our heavy cream. This is, I'm gonna say it's 1 pint. So we're gonna add our heavy cream next. It's 1 pint. There's a little bit more than half, so we're gonna go ahead and pour that in there. We're gonna pour all of that in there. We're gonna go ahead and stir that up. All right, at this point, we're gonna go ahead and start adding our pepper. Add as much as you desire. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our salt. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and just dump in all of our potatoes. Right. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and we can tell if we're gonna need a lot more juice or not, or should I say liquid. So there's a little bit left in my chicken broth that I'm gonna go ahead and just add that in there. Just because I like a little bit more cream, like a little creamy taste, I'm gonna add about to half a cup. So another full cup. So now we're gonna cook this for about 10 to 15 minutes covered until we poke the potatoes with the fork and they are tender. All right, so we'll check on it in about 15 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes now. I'm gonna add my raspberry chipotle. All right, so I just added my raspberry chipotle. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just stir this all in. All right, so this is what it looks like once it's all incorporated in there. Gives it a nice sweet smoky flavor, which I love. You don't have to add this. All right, so we're gonna let this simmer for about another 5 minutes, and then we're gonna test it with the fork, and hopefully it's ready for the next. All right, so now that's like this, I went ahead and lowered the heat, so we're gonna keep it at a 4. And then to this, we're gonna go ahead and add our bacon. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our sour cream. I'm gonna add 1 cup. Okay, now you're gonna stir this all together. All right, now we're gonna add our cheese. We're gonna add 1 cup of sharp cheddar cheese and 1 cup of extra sharp cheddar cheese. We're gonna add half a cup right now of each, and then save the other half for later. All right, now we're gonna mix all of this up until it's combined perfectly. At this point, we're gonna add our parsley flakes as well, about a tablespoon. All right, so we're gonna let this cook for about 5 minutes on a low heat. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and scoop it out and put it into your blender. I have a personalized one, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that. You're gonna go ahead and blend half of it. All right, so now that you blended half of the soup and put it in there, it's gonna be nice and thick. So we're gonna go ahead and add the rest of the cheese. You can add more cheese if you like. All right, we're gonna go ahead and mix this all in, and we're gonna let it sit on a low heat for about 5 minutes, and it'll be ready to serve. All right, so it's been 5 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. You can go ahead and let it rest for 5 minutes, and it's ready to serve. Enjoy.